Hello. Oh boy. My energy level is on E. So excuse my very monotone blah review. With that being said, this was, my memory stinks, but I can't, I'd be surprised if I was happier with a Don submission. Man. Actually, I still haven't chosen who I'm picking. I will get to that before my time is up. Don, these are really good. And especially for live performances, because I'm kind of in the same boat as Jay. But they both sounded fantastic. Both songs are great. The STP song, here's the thing. This happens so often with, I know me and Jay. I was talking to the guy I work with Wednesday night about the guy from Stone Temple Pilots that died. Said, man, I haven't heard that song in forever. I told him how a girl that worked in Price Chopper in 93, maybe 94, she was big into grunge and just rock and roll. And she knew I liked rap. And neither one of us really liked the other genre. So we both made mixtapes. Mixtapes. Holy fuck. We both made mixtapes. And we exchanged them. She gave me the grungy rock one, and I gave her some late 80s to the mid 90s rap. And there was Pearl Jam. There was Kurt Cobain's band, Nirvana, and there was Stone Temple Pilots. And that song, Plush, was easily the best song or my favorite song on the tape she made me. For the record, the song she liked the best on mine was It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube. And it's weird. Now here we are, like a 30, a little over 24 hours later, you submit that. It's just crazy. Oh my God. A great Unplugged. Unplugged was so popular back in the day. So many different bands, from rap to metal to grunge. It was awesome. Oh man! All right, so that's what I got about that video. And I liked how he was just chilling in a rocking chair, singing. Sounded amazing. One guy looked like Dave Matthews.
Grandpa,
What?
you want to see my picture?
Yeah, Jacob's here. So that was great. Adele, I never seen that one before. I seen some live versions of that song.
There's a lion, here's an evil witch, and there's a princess, and there's a robot, and this is the desert guy, and then...
You drew all that by yourself. Awesome, buddy. I'll put it on my refrigerator. Give me 2 minutes and I'll get you some coloring ones, okay? So, Adele, she might have the best voice of all time. Her, Whitney Houston, female vocalist, she's right at the top. That song is so good, and I'm glad you submitted that because the video kind of stinks. I've thought about submitting that video a few times, but I just didn't like it, and this sounds great. I love the dude crushing the drums. I love the guy in the background behind Adele a couple times, just standing there, and like just the background people got to me. There's people holding the phone, recording it, just some raw shit, and I love it. Man, who am I picking? You know, I was bobbing my head to Adele, so that kind of says. The only thing it's not a negative, but I found it being maybe a tinge repetitive at the end. I mean, I'm just nitpicking here. Such different vibes of song. What song? Oh my God. This is so hard. Definitely your toughest picks. I hate that there's going to be a loser. I think both of these could go quite a ways in the bracket. Holy. What's going what's going on this weekend? Chargers. I mean, I'm so happy that they're there. Nervous. And there's 4 games this weekend. And the one window it couldn't be in, it's in because I have to work Sunday until probably 2:30. And it is going to drive me crazy. It really is. So maybe I can get out by 1:30 at the earliest, but it's gonna drive me fucking bonkers. I'm gonna be miserable. But I'll tell you what, baseball playoffs are great, but the basketball NHL playoffs are great. The one and done in NFL, so much pressure, so exciting, so nervous. I really am. I thought I was past it because they've stunk for so long. I'm not past it. I'm really into this, and I'm gonna be kind of pissed off if they lose. That's it. Nothing else. And we got the Alabama Clemson on Monday night. That I'm really looking forward to. Once that gets here, there's like 3 or 4 different telecasts that are pretty cool. Different commentators, different camera angles. I dig that stuff. So it's a football weekend. That's what's going on. Don, great visit last week. Dinner was great. Everything was great. It just flies by. Jim, great New Year's Eve. We talked about that like for the next day and a half. Me, Jacob, and Mom and Dad. That was awesome. Started off boring. I'll tell you what. The last half hour of that was so fun. You and Jacob interacting was great. I'm picking Yugi. I'm with the slightest, closest pick ever. If I could pick a tie, I would. The slightest pick, I'm taking Adele. It's the slightest. I don't care who wins. I'd be surprised. Well, I won't be surprised if it's a sweep because it's going to be close. But I'm going to predict an Adele 2-1. Any stories? Any stories? No stories. No nothing. I had like a twinge in my heart the other day, and I got really nervous. And then I started thinking, it's amazing that a heart like Greg Destito is 95 or 6 or 4. He's mid-90s. Even if you're 10 years old, with no batteries and nothing to plug into to recharge, how a heart just keeps beating. That's amazing. If I have a heart attack and die, like, even if you're healthy, the heart was beating for 48 years without stopping. Yeah, it stopped. No batteries, no plug-in, just beats. It's an amazing thing. I never thought about it like that. I know there's other organs, but the heart beating every day, every second, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. If it stops, you can't blame it. No batteries, no charger. All right, that was my thought of the day. So you guys have a good weekend, and we will talk to you next week with Jason's submissions. Adele for me. See ya.